now having thoughts of significantly reducing my social media usage. For years on end, this is something that I've wanted to do, but now I'm thinking of doing it, but for different reasons. In the past, during, for example, GCSE times or A-level times a few years ago, around about 2018 to 2020 times, I did want to stop going on YouTube as much, but that was more so because I was focused on wanting to get the highest grades I could in school. I knew I had it in me, but I didn't fulfill them. And I think if there's any main reason as to why that was the case, it was because I had extremely unrealistic, delusional standards in school, which is something that I'm not going to focus on in this video because I've already done it in the far past and I think it's time to move on. The reason why I'm wanting to do this now is because Luke Spurgeon, in one of his most recent videos, he talked about it was a short. It was something along the lines of the reason why we have bad mental health. I'm not sure if that was the exact title, so don't quote me on that. But one of the main things that he said, especially at the start of the short, which I remembered, which was a part of me actually which was a part of me making this decision, is that he said something along the lines of, one of the main reasons as to why you may be feeling depressed is because of social media. And I wrote some very brief notes down so that I didn't slow myself down, but also so that I had clear thoughts in my mind related to my take on the matter. I really believe that a large part of me having low depression scores is built in whether I'm really doing what I want to do on a daily basis. And therefore, if I'm on YouTube most of the time, excessively consuming YouTube content, regardless of what that is, whether it be Charles Barkley, whether it be just NBA footage in general, whether it be spending my time looking at small creators that are more so in the self-improvement field. If I spend a lot of time excessively consuming information related to those things, I'm not doing as much as I could be, and that I'm not fulfilling my true potential, because that same time I'd be excessively consuming things related to I know that the more time I spend consuming that sort of stuff means less time I spend doing things that I want to do on this channel and also outside of this channel. I don't really have to think about me not doing as much as I can on this channel because I'm working at a rate that I like, so I don't mind. But when I'm not doing as much as I could be, or at least believing that I'm not doing as much as I could be outside of this, I'm not feeling at peace with myself. I wouldn't say I necessarily get restless, but I do have those thoughts that I know I could be doing more. And from personal experience, it seems that is depressing. And that's according to the depression scores that I'd be getting in the depression and anxiety self-assessment quizzes that I do. that I take on a weekly basis, because I value my health, and me taking those quizzes on a weekly basis is a part of me tracking it and keeping up to date with me, in the form of keeping up to date with my mental, in the form of having a way to track it through the quiz. But yeah, now that I'm doing more of what I want to do, depression scores have significantly reduced, which is exactly what I want, because that means that I'm feeling more at peace with myself. At least I know that this life situation isn't the most ideal, but I really am on my way out. I really am on my way out, and I'm not a bum. I'm not just wasting time anymore, but because I'm not doing this anywhere near as much as I once was, I'm a lot more focused on improving and improving and improving, and if I'm not doing that significantly, I may start feeling unhappy, start having thoughts about me obviously knowing that I could be doing a lot more than I am. I was thinking of saying like intrusive thoughts in reference to one time I was watching a content creator called Jordan Sloan saying that she was having invasive thoughts, wanting to kill herself and that, but I'm not. I absolutely am not. Just because you think it doesn't mean it's true. Imagine that. Not only do I think social media could be depression inducing due to excessively consuming content and knowing that I could be doing more with my life, something more healthy, more constructive with my life, but again, I mentioned smaller creators, kind of getting bored with them because they're not posting as much as I respect. They're not posting a minimum of 2 videos a day. And it doesn't seem like anyone really is out there fulfilling these standards. And I'm getting bored of it. There are some people that are out there that don't like what they do so much that they won't even post once a day, let alone 2 or more videos a day. And I can't believe it. Where is the love for what you do? Where is the love? Where's the passion? Such a shame. But I do have to understand that people have other aspirations. For example, NBA players aren't going to be focused on uploading 2 or more videos on YouTube a day. Better yet, they aren't really going to be focused on uploading videos at all because their interests are elsewhere, and that's something that I have to understand. Not everybody is interested in making videos like how I am. Although I can consider it a shame, all I like, this is a reality, and this reality will never change, ever. Not everybody is going to like the same things you like. And that goes for anything. That's a lesson that I could take anywhere with me. Not everybody's going to like the same things I like. Not everybody's going to like the same things I like as much as I like them, or as much as I dislike them. This is something that I have to accept. This is something that I must understand and accept. It's not necessarily a bad thing that people have other interests than just posting 2 videos or more a day. That's not necessarily a bad thing. other people may have interests elsewhere, and that's something that I just have to accept, and something that I don't have to have an issue with. I'm now thinking of asking myself, why would I consider it a shame that other people don't show what I consider the same passion as me with the YouTube thing, with posting 2 or more videos a day? Why is that a shame? I'm not them. And what do they have to do with me? I don't have an answer. I just like to imagine that people who are uploading videos consistently, or at least fairly often, even if it's not once every day, these people would enjoy what they do so much that they do post more than once a day. People might not like the consistency, they might think it's too much. People might not be aware that this level of posting more than 2 videos a day of original content might be possible. They might not be aware of this, but I must understand that that is fine. That's okay. I am not these people, and these people have nothing to do with me. So it's not something I really have to focus on. I can now feel relief and not go out my way to go and check Luke Spurgeon's page anymore. It's time for me to move on. There's one community post that he made either today or yesterday where I was just thinking, you know what, no, enough's enough. That community post is this: talk to that girl, don't be a bitch. I'm not socially inept. I don't have issues with speaking to males or females, and I'm not going to go out my way to watch content that's telling me I am. No more. That's not a dig at Luke, but I believe that the content that he creates are more so for people that are looking for guidance. I believe that I no longer really fit the criteria for people that he's looking to attract and get to watch his video, because I believe I can guide my own self. I don't need his help. And me going out of my way to look at the community posts or his videos may be holding me back, because he's saying things like, go talk to that girl, don't be a bitch. I'm not socially inept. I don't need help, I don't need advice in that regard at all. But if I carry on looking at that sort of content, then my mind, I may start believing that I do need that help and that I do need that guidance, and unnecessarily make myself dependent on it. I don't need to. I'm not looking for someone to guide me, another person that isn't me to guide me. I can guide my own fucking self. And again, that's not a dig at him, but I just, with all of that being said, I don't think that sort of content's for me anymore. However, I do believe that he genuinely might be right, that a large proportion of the depression that people, especially Gen Z or millennials, may experience comes from social media. He might be right, and that's something that he said that I can use to my advantage. Rather ironically after what I just said, yeah, but it is the truth. I do believe that. Well, my truth, sorry. I do believe that, yeah. It's something that I am going to use to my advantage, because I may take my life to new heights with that advice, because I'll be doing something different, therefore I get different. We'll see. But yeah, for now that'll be it. These are my thoughts, and if I have any extra thoughts other than this, and other than what I'm about to say now, then I'll make a part 2 or something. But I'm done for now, except this one last thing I'm gonna say. I made some quick notes on in my journal, and I wanted to make note of what I do instead. I think this is something that I've covered, but it was only very briefly, much earlier on in the video, and I just want to make it clear as to what I'd rather do instead, rather than just saying, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore, and then not giving myself a solution. So here's the solution that I've come up with. Writing notes down that I've thought of on the laptop, just writing any thoughts that I have down on my mind, that I have in my mind, onto the laptop, and coming up with any plans, or just writing down any thoughts that I'd have on anything in general. I'm not going to release them though. You don't need to know everything, you don't have to see everything, not everything's your business. And there's certainly some things I will be keeping private. I say enough on the internet anyway, so I absolutely will not be putting everything up. Not everything's your business. And don't ask stupid questions either, otherwise you may get a stupid answer. Or an answer which you may allow yourself to be outraged by. Other than writing notes down on the laptop, I'd also be using Habatica to help me out with doing what I want to do off camera, of the calisthenics journey. I haven't tried that out recently, and if I do it like how I'd use if I use it like how I use StrongLifts, I can't see how that wouldn't work. Because me using StrongLifts how I use StrongLifts, it works. I don't understand why using Habatica in a similar way wouldn't work. I'll see though. I'll see. I'll find out, and regardless of whether it does or doesn't, I may make content on it. My experiences on the matter, on these videos here and there maybe. But yeah, I have no problem doing these, because if I'm using Habatica how I'm using StrongLifts, that means I'm doing what I want to do off camera and off this journey. Well, off this journey, not really off camera, because I'll be screen recording my Habatica progress every day, and what I'm doing on a daily basis, I'll be screen recording that, and I'll be basically achieving everything that I want to achieve on a daily basis, with that helping me out there. Well, with me helping myself out like that there, and also writing notes down on the laptop, it means I'll be focusing more so on things that I do like rather than dislike. Just allow myself to feel bored, get bored by smaller creators not posting as much as I do, or put myself in a position where I'm thinking that I'm not doing as much as I could be, or I'm not doing as much as I want to be. So I think my mental health may improve by doing this. I don't know, we'll see. But for now, I'll leave it at that, because I've got quite a few other videos that I want to make today and that I've thought of doing. So yeah, that'll be for now. It's me signing out, and I'll see you lot in the next one.